A moment's motion and suddenly she was on her back again. Jack's lips were gone. She opened her eyes languidly and found herself staring up into Jack's. Chastity found her breath and smiled up at him. He smiled back. This has to be the silliest makeout session in the history of mankind. She giggled. No doubt, she murmured as her eyes danced over his expression. There was a strength there she hadn't seen before, and a gentleness in his eyes that made her heart glow. She let a hand rise and trace its fingers across his cheek. Too bad it had to be with morning breath, she said and laughed quietly. Jack smiled. Well, next time we'll remember to brush first, he said. Chastity covered her mouth to keep from laughing out loud. A snort escaped though, and she clapped the other hand on to keep the rest of them in. Next thing you know, we'll have a to-do list for this sort of thing. Brush teeth, change diapers. She shook her head. You're right, this probably is the silliest makeout in the history of mankind. I'm glad you agree, he said and caressed her cheek. Chastity's eyes sparkled. He came at her again, but this time it was slow, soft, and gentle. She ran a hand up his chest, feeling his heartbeat as she moved it up to slide around his neck. His hand moved, she felt his thumb caressing her cheek as his fingers slid around her neck. Her heart thundered in her chest, she took a breath and rose against him. His arms moved around her upper back and she was atop him again, connected throughout the entire motion. The moment ended and they parted, eyes opening nearly in unison to gaze into each other. Words simply did not have a place.